Greetings and blessings, butterflies. Welcome back. I'm Themis D'Amore, and I'm here with your career and money mindset reading for whenever this reading finds you, it was meant for you. My collective, we all know that in order to get in alignment with something or whatever our desires are, whether they're in finance or career, we have to get our mindsets right. We have to get our mind right to align with the things that we want. And that's the purpose of these readings. These readings are to give you practical steps on how you can get your mindset in alignment for the desires of your heart in your career and financial sectors of your life. So today we have the card of the Hierophant. And it's been clarified by the career and money card of out of control, climbing the ladder, upward trend. This is spiral. So when we're looking at this energy today, this energy is speaking of structure meeting acceleration with this spiral energy. Because the Hierophant card usually represents discipline, tradition. This could be about spiritual practices, and this could be about learning through systems. The Hierophant can also be about, society, rules. This could be about court documents. This could be about paperwork. This energy could be about a possible marriage. This energy also could be about you searching for meaning and the reality of a situation. This energy could also be about coercion. So when we have this energy of the Hierophant, and we loop it with the energy of the spiral, this is energy that climbs. This is energy that expands. This is energy that ascends. So together they are showing us that we are being taught how to grow with wisdom and not chaos. So my collective, there may be some place in your life, in your career, financial, field, where you may be feeling like things are shifting quickly. It's almost like these things are, becoming out of control for you. But with these energies showing up for us today, Spirit is saying that this movement is divinely guided with this Hierophant energy. The Hierophant is our anchor in the storm. This energy is reminding us that when we ground ourselves in values, consistency, and faith, the upward climb becomes sustainable. My beautiful butterflies, this message is affirming that this isn't the time for us to abandon our structures. In fact, it's time for us to master it. This spiral energy is teaching us that growth is rarely straight. It revisits lessons at higher levels. So you may be returning to something familiar with this spiral energy. An old job, an idea, or a skill that you put on the back burner. But this time, you're going to be approaching those things that you're revisiting from a place of higher wisdom. Now, as you all know, I always like to break down the symbolism in a tarot card to help us get a better understanding of what Spirit is trying to tell us, and it helps me to be able to connect with the reading and give it to you all from a financial standpoint. So when we look at this Hierophant energy, this Hierophant is sitting confidently on his throne, wearing these priestly robes. They got all these, like sacred patterns on them. In one hand, as you can see, he has a staff, a golden staff, which indicates that this is a divine symbol of authority. In the other hand, as you can see, his fingers are crossed. That is the gesture of blessings. If you didn't know, my butterflies, that lucky crossing your fingers, that's your spiritual gesture for a blessing. At the Hierophant feet, you can see there are two figures there. Two followers, as you can say, students. They're representing those who may be seeking your guidance or understanding, or you. You may be one of the people standing there seeking guidance and understanding. Now, if you look behind the Hierophant, you see those blue staffs, those tall, beautiful blue staffs. These staffs, or pillars, as some would call them, they're standing up high above the hierarchy head. So this is giving the energy of rise. This is representing structure, tradition, and that spiritual law that I was mentioning earlier. So Spirit is saying to us that we are in our rightful place for mastering our skills. We have earned our position through lessons and that perseverance that we have been standing strong in. That throne energy that this Hierophant sits on, this is inviting us to sit fully in our power. Not shrinking, not doubting, but realizing what we've built through enough wisdom, and we know we have enough now to guide us to our successes. These cards are saying to us, we're no longer waiting for permission. Nah. We are the authority in our life. We create the climb. Now, when I put this, in terms of money, finances, or career, this is saying to me that we make our own decisions. We have studied with this Hierophant energy. We have tried. Many of us have failed. But most importantly, we have learned. Now we can trust our judgment when it comes to our money, our career direction, and our leadership skills. So my collective, this energy today is leaning to us and whispering in our ear and saying, our path is not falling apart. It's evolving in an upward motion, in a continuous motion with this spiral energy. So the Hierophant is asking us for us to reflect and ask ourselves, what have we learned that we can now use to become the pillar of our prosperity? What lessons can we use as our tool, as our anchor, to help us to understand that we are rising through cycles and that we're on our way to prosperity? And when we ask ourselves this question, Spirit is answering for us and saying, with this spiral energy, that we are not repeating cycles. We are rising and rolling right on through them. So this energy today, the thread, the emotional thread, this metamorphosis moment to get our mindset in alignment for what we want. This energy is encouraging us to blend faith with our function, to apply spiritual discipline to our money mindset, to offer up those tithes from a place of gratitude, for us to continue studying our wealth patterns. What's making us money? What's causing us to lose money? It's about us connecting with our mentors, being that student, and trusting that elevation often comes after we go through that reflection. So Spirit is affirming for us and asking for us to embrace our upward motion without fear. Because when momentum increases, we need to know this is not the moment to shrink back. This is the moment for us to organize our energy so it works for us and not against us. I want to leave us with a power statement, something that we could use to keep ourselves anchored in this Hierophant energy. And this power statement is going to be, every lesson I've learned now fuels my success. And that's a fact, my butterflies, because the Hierophant teaches us to stay grounded in what works. The spiral assures us that even chaos can become a rhythm when it's guided by rhythm. So together, my butterflies, we say our evolution is sacred. So we're going to keep climbing. Our next level requires faith, focus, and flow. Until next time.